Lords and ladies, it's been a long time since I said this, but welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later with your host, Jacob Butter. Well, it's been a while since one of these happened, but it shouldn't have been this long a while. Since July 29th, I have unintentionally ignored the MyStreet side stories. So I'm very late. I mean, I say that, but I did actually review the side stories back in the day. Well, I think at least a few of them. In fact, the first time I ever actually, collabed with a subscriber that had met me through my channel was actually with this video. It was when I met CLK, aka Carly Kitten, and that was now that was an era before I basically end up in contact with pretty much everyone. But there you go. So I was both early and late, but I'm just justifying that. Really, I should have been checking the dates of these. I thought for some reason they occurred after season 6 was over, and they did not. So I'm going to do a double billing, and then I'm going to see if I can potentially, make it in time to do a gut review of Clamai, because I delayed that by 3 days. But that will, of course, all depend on if I'm able to get through these in a quick enough succession or not. And I see no possible reason why I might be delayed in any way whatsoever during these videos. On a related note, hi, BB. I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
Well, I can.
you brought me in quicker than usual. Usually you have a segue. I shut my door just now.
Oh, yeah. That was my segue was me saying that nothing will delay me, and then coming to you.
I was expecting to have a couple extra seconds.
I'm in my Nureng class.
Dude, let me tell you what. Okay, my school today. Well, okay, my school a couple days ago, maybe a week or two ago at this point.
Wow, I was joking about delaying the stream start, but I mean, wow, you're just going straight into it. All right,
they gave us okay. I think I was just sort of told something incorrectly, but I'm gonna pretend like my memory's false in this instance. And it was just an honest mistake. Either way, I went to the wrong lunch, right? There's A and B lunch, which means I had accidentally skipped like 2 days worth of like my last period class. Right.
Yeah.
So I was counted absent. Whoopsie daisy. And then after the second day, they're like, hey, the teacher was like, hey, are you going to the wrong lunch? And I'm like, that would explain it.
Okay, yes.
And so we're like, okay, all fine and dandy. A couple days later, I had gone ill, so I just missed the entire day. That's all fine, right? The problem, they gave us a contract, a group of us that had been missing for 3 days within a semester. They had given all of us a contract to sign, which I did not sign. Basically an attendance report, basically like, hey, don't do this, right? And I'm like, and I'm back here thinking, well, the first 2 times was a mistake, and the third time you could not pay me to be here. I was ill. No. And so I didn't sign it. Today they brought it back to us. A new, pretty much an identical copy of it. And I'm back here thinking, why would I sign the second one?
If you didn't sign the first, yeah.
Yeah, except here's the kicker. This time they added a pretense to it. They didn't put in the contract itself, but prior to giving it to us, they added this little like threat of if we do not bring it in by this Friday, we will get detention. And also that we will not be skipping this year like we had the previous years. None of which was the context of why I had been skipping. Not to mention the threat of detention just sounds like duress to me. The
threat of, if you don't bring this to you by Friday, you won't be skipping. But the contract involves you not skipping.
Yeah,
So what?
so
So the threat is redundant anyway, apart
well
from the
no,
detention part.
well yeah, the detention is the main threat. And so it's like, okay, that just sounds like you're trying to put me under duress then, right? Which they can't do to anyone, but also especially not a minor who, according to law, cannot make a decision. Which is why A, we have a co-signer on that sheet, and B, we are required by law to be at school. I'm not signing that contract, and I very well may be in an argument with my principal for the coming days.
Okay, well, best of luck with that. Back to the video. So I had one thing to say before we started because I had to take this in the chat, and so basically, yeah, Maya was asking if I'm okay. I haven't had time to watch The Walking Wednesday yet, but I saw the title. Well, I mean, if you see the title, you probably understand why I'm wearing this, and you probably saw it. And oh, actually, wait, no, I haven't seen this one.
That's a weird looking brace.
Okay.
That's a really weird looking brace. I've never seen a brace look like that.
Okay. Well, very well. But yeah, so I guess just to paraphrase what I said in the video, I was giving my cousin a piggyback ride. We jumped over like the space between two parking spots. But I didn't because it was dark at the time, so I didn't realize that there was mud underneath. So my right foot slipped as I was trying to stick the landing, and because of that, my left toe and knee crashed into the ground. But because I had her on my back still the whole time, I then like fell forwards with the full like impact of like half of a half of a human being on top of me, and then fell into my arm, landed on my elbow, broke my radial head. So there you go. That's the paraphrase version. Those most braces are like thicker and wider. Well, this is supposed to be this it's supposed to just heal by itself anyway. The arm just needs to be rested at most times. And in fact, I'm not even required to wear this at home, technically speaking. But I don't know, since I don't see why not at the moment. So okay, whatever. It's like a middle school boy in an animated show. Oh, yeah, fair enough. I was on an air sphere. I was airbending. There you go. Animated show.
Yeah, so this is actually
guys,
how
Jess here.
this is the real way that the air nomads died. They all just broke their arms.
While giving each other piggybacks.
Yeah, they were doing piggyback rides. They broke arms, and they didn't have the medical supplies, or anything to heal. So, gangrene, and then they just eventually died off that way. The Fire Nation was all a cover up.
The Fire Nation only went after Gyatso. He was he was the only one left.
Gyatso made some enemies a couple of years back.
Yeah. Something along those lines. They found out about the White Lotus, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Let's watch okay, everything's covered now. Also, my cousin's fine. She's completely uninjured. Anyway, video. Let's go. aphmau's face.
And before this RP episode begins, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on MyStreet Season 6. Season 6 is going to be continuing at the end of the summer, so if you guys are looking forward to that, please do. Until then, we have...
Yeah, don't worry, I've missed any of those episodes, just these ones. Oh, and
she is a bit quiet.
Yeah, turn down the volume. I'm used to turning down the volume all the time on Gacha review. I'll put it at like 35.
Few projects for you guys.
Man, if that doesn't say something about audio quality for Gacha stuff.
I don't know. I thought it was just Restream just amplified everything for some reason.
Such as little one-offs, little small RPs, and some fun things that I think you guys might enjoy. These are mostly small side projects, so if you guys enjoy them, be sure to let us know. Season 6 in the meantime is just...
I forgot she worded it like that. I don't think she ever did that.
Did what?
What she's promising. I don't think she did it to the extent she was promising here. I think it was only a couple MyStreet side stories.
I don't know. The playlist currently, as you went, the playlist just has 8 videos in it, so I don't know. It's a decent amount.
No, but like what she's promising feels a lot bigger scale, like different stories as a whole. Oh, because she said that with the side stories, implying that they're separate things.
Okay, potentially. I don't know.
crazy, and there's a lot of things that we're doing that's really
Oh, also, I got the popcorn and milk from before. Forgot to mention that too.
cool to it that we've never done before. So it's like, wow, this is
Yeah,
taking
you
a
have.
while. Also,
Now we
for
said.
updates
Oh wait,
like
no.
that, be sure
Season
to check
6.
the
I mean.
community tab
Yeah.
on the main channel hub so you can be keeping up with our small little updates and posts and stuff like that. Anyway, that's just a small little update I wanted to give you.
That might have been the first time that aphmau pushed the community tab as a means of communication, which he would then do
The
multiple
community
times
tab.
in every single stream.
The community tab is so useless on her channel, dude. Okay, all her updates about her own series are always usually just lies, from what I've learned. And whenever it's not an update about her series, it's just a merch push.
What about at this point?
I know it is.
The reason she pushed it at this time was because that was what she was going to use it for, and the updates end up being true. Now it's descending to that, but it wasn't always that way.
I don't
I hope
know.
you guys
I
enjoyed
feel
this
like she
small
was
little
running a
RP
couple
series
other
and look forward to
projects
more
that never
episodes.
came to fruition.
Until then,
Not that I recall.
take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I recall these too. I said it before, but this is the first time. My original review of this, back when it came out, was actually the first time I collabed with a subscriber, who I met through YouTube, basically. Not ones that who are friends of real life, who just happened to subscribe too. A couple things about this. You can sort of tell that it's Gareth, but not really. That's a nice touch there. However, I'm wondering about the music, really, because, I mean, it's good to have, like, a theme for this, I suppose, like everything else that aphmau did at this time. However, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to match with the way that this scene's being presented, like the ominous nature of a cloaked figure going towards a house. And then, of course, the punchline to this, which I do remember, also doesn't match the tone of music.
Maybe the music is trying to inform the scene and not the other way around.
Hmm.
Aaron, can you get the door?
I wonder if he like pressed the box next under the door and knocked it. But actually, hold a second. That's how you know this is a warped reality. Gareth actually knocked on a door.
Oh.
Hmm?
The box was actually just weighing
Where
him
is he?
down.
Yeah.
He-
Oh, it's just I read some of the pictures that are on there, which implies that they've come back from Starlight now.
I'm coming.
Which, of course, I mean, they wouldn't be here. But what I mean is that they've gone and returned to Starlight. So if anyone tries to place this in a timeline or anything, that's your indication.
Oh yeah, I've always interpreted this as the like tail end of the MyStreet timeline.
Yeah, me too. Aiden, who was also supposed to be here today, actually, that he doesn't consider this one to be canon, but that's also because he doesn't want Aaron to ever recover from the blindness. So that might be wishful thinking, but also nothing confirmed either way, one way or the other. So
That's okay. My headcanon until season 7 comes out is still just that the apocalypse that they foreshadowed in season 6 did happen and they did not save the day. So it does not matter if his eyes healed. He's not surviving much longer past this.
I would have thought the apocalypse would have actually occurred after this point, but maybe before. Again, it depends.
No,
how far
that's
ahead
what
are
I'm
we?
saying. His eyes healed, but it doesn't matter because shortly after this stuff happens, they just all die anyways.
Of course. Isn't that picture from prom? Yeah, not the one I was referring to, but there is a picture from prom there. Well spotted too. Again, aphmau is so afraid. Dun 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 dun. dun.
Have arrived for DND Night. Ow!
Gotta reference
The
Tangled
police,
and your Uno videos.
Wait. Gareth?
Flying fan.
Oh wow, Gareth has a circle on his head. That's not how anything works. What world are we in now?
Sorry, I thought you were a pervert or something.
Ugh, don't sweat it. It's my fault for trying to pick open the door.
You what?
Right. Another reason this might not be canon,
You know,
possibly,
I'm
is if
just-
they're bringing to the door thing, because that's mainly a fan base joke.
You know,
Oh, boy.
I don't think I can say anything too explicit here, but Aphmau and Aaron are both adults that are in a healthy relationship that's gone on for a good while at this point. Gareth was real ballsy trying to pick open that door with the hope he wouldn't see anything he might regret.
I don't think he. But what I think he means like pick up the door as in like romantically, not pick it up and take it off its hinges.
I thought he said
As if
pick
Garth would be
lock the
such a-
door.
No.
Anyway, are you ready for a night of mystery and adventure?
And yes, Garth's
What?
outfit does really match.
Oh, you already got your costume on! You're quite the seductress.
He's not helping his case, is he? Like after what just happened now.
I'm in a towel. I just got out of the shower. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's a towel?
Also, again, I may not know anything about D&D, but what little I do know, I don't recall seductress being a class that you can choose.
Aaron said
Ever?
you wanted to learn how to play.
It can be
remember?
homebrewed.
Oh, okay. Actually, wait, that implies that Gareth allowed. Whatever. The implications are too dire to
I'm
contemplate.
here for our first Dungeons and Dragons night.
Wait, that's tonight?
The implication that Aaron knew that Aphmau would forget and therefore set up while she was in the shower.
You already got the table set up and everything.
What?
Hey, you're early!
Yeah, I am. Where do
And he went to get shopping. How long does Aphmau take in the shower? Jeez.
I
Like
set
me.
up?
I put you at the end of the table. That's your chair.
Ah! The Dungeon Master's chair.
I totally forgot that was tonight.
You passed out after work, so I decided to let you sleep while I set up.
I should go get
Wait, so Aphmau's not doing the night shift anymore?
dressed.
Why?
No, that would imply that would still be canon.
Well, I mean, it is referenced in episode 1, original and remake, so...
I just don't get it. They're clearly referencing the FNAF series with that. I
There
hate
was
it so much.
There was a comment that on the original first video that says job might be FNAF, but they deleted it. So, I don't know, I guess it's just another night job, which also, I do remember in a stream, Aphmau said one time that apparently that may have been the first adult joke in the series. She didn't say it was necessarily. I think she was just like messing with people, but that implies that she might have changed the canon in her own head a few times about that line.
You know, I'll
I
take
think
that.
it's
Sure, that doesn't break the continuity. Who cares what Adman does in her free time? Whatever. It may,
lot of
you know, it
Sorry.
gives good money. All right, it pays well.
But it pays enough to have her portion of the rent be the largest that is covered in the first season. So I guess it pays more than IHOP did in 2015, if that's any indication.
Oh yeah, no,
Stuff, it looks
yeah. That specific career choice has always been known to be a nice money maker.
I actually had like an idea back in the day when I was still doing MyStreet theories to do a theory like based on like what Aphmau's job was, but I was too lazy to go through like the salaries and everything, like going back to 2015 and seeing like the pay and the hours and how that would all match up for every possible night job in the United States.
pretty good.
She's even got a frying pan as a wand.
Shush! I hate you guys.
I don't know about a
She-
wand, but a weapon.
She really had that Tangled look going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought you said Zane was coming.
He is.
Where is he?
Good question. He was right behind me.
No, he wasn't. The whole time you were walking by yourself. Did you just like zone out while you're walking down the street?
Wait, to be fair, doesn't Garth have ADHD?
I don't recall that ever being confirmed.
Was that just a
What?
headcanon that I made ages ago? And just I always thought he had
Yes!
ADHD.
That's never been stated in the
Oh,
series
okay.
even once.
You know, usually I don't fall into the trap of headcanons and then just confusing them over time, but no, alright, sure.
and also, but either way, it's still pretty dangerous to zone out in the middle of a road at night.
Okay, well, some people don't have control over that.
Those people shouldn't decide to walk down the middle of the road in the first place. If that's a risk that's going to happen to them, then potentially just use the sidewalk.
But what if they have like bad coordination? Like, for instance, I move in directions that I have no intention on going sometimes, and then I space out. You know, thankfully, I usually space back in quick enough to realize, oh, I'm actually going sideways here, and then go back on a straight path. But like, you know, in his defense,
if Garth were actually going sideways at that point, that would quite possibly a thing. But no, he was just going down the middle of the road in a straight line. But considering that aphmau forced the the puppeteers to redo a scene because the cat didn't look both ways when crossing the street at one point, yeah, we're we're in the Twilight Zone now, clearly.
oh my god, I forgot that effect.
Yeah, me too.
Screaming is going to destroy my ears before the concert.
So, hold on a second. So, Garth was walking down the street at a regular, leisurely pace, and Zane was behind him at some point. However, Zane somehow managed to climb this tree without Garth seeing during the conversation that Garth had with aphmau and Aaron, which lasted like a minute. I mean, Zane might be a really fast tree climber, but the tree has no branches. There's no way to get up here that quickly. Or catch up to Garth.
Zane gives me such cat vibes.
Well, that's I guess that does make sense to some people.
You know, I'm just saying, I feel like that would explain all of that if he was just part cat. I guess that's a term in this universe. If he were just a meefwa.
Think about it. If now that was all FNAF roleplays, if those were connected to MyStreet, which I'm pretty sure they're not, I wonder what happened to aphmau's original roommate, because I'm pretty sure she had a roommate in those FNAF roleplays.
It depended on the series, but yeah, for instance, in the FNAF roleplay she did, yes. In the FNAF roleplay was definitely canon at one point.
Yeah, however, the FNAF roleplay, that roommate was her sister, Claire.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but...
Which, if it were connected to MyStreet, raises several other questions regarding Sylvana and Zach specifically.
To be fair, we don't know when it was decanonized.
Which is actually why, until the whole Ian thing, I actually thought that the other child from other marriage was actually hinting towards Claire, which would have been a nice way to tie that in if they were going with that. But no, they were not. And also, I guess aphmau and Claire would have known each other already, so that wouldn't make any sense. Also, they would have most likely grown up together because aphmau at this point had no contact with Zach, and it would seem very weird if Claire just showed up one day and was like, "Hey, I'm your long lost sister. Don't ask about our father or anything."
Yeah, I'm your long lost sister that you don't know and have never met, despite us seeing each other like 5 years ago.
We know that Sylvana never had another child, so yeah, doesn't quite work, unfortunately.
I'm just excited! I can't believe you got tickets to CBTS!
And that tells you what year this was made.
Yeah, well, I know how much you like them,
brother! What are you doing in that tree?
I'll call you later, Nana.
Is that Gareth?
That is a good question. What is he doing in that tree? He could take this phone call anywhere he wants. aphmau has signal in her house.
I told you, he's a cat. Oh my god.
And so is Gareth, I guess. You know what? Forget what I said before. Gareth is the real tree climbing master in the Rome family.
I gotta spend time with him playing this
Let's
stupid...
play D&D!
Huh? D&D?
I thought he was going to fall out the tree for a second there.
Gareth, I love you, brother, but I do not love D&D.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this does take place after season 6 then.
It has to.
Because prior to season 6, I don't think he ever said that.
No, he wouldn't. Absolutely not.
I know I did.
Not to mention the whole Nana thing, but that's a whole other thing.
And also the pictures on the wall, not minus the prom one.
Gret.
And yes, sister. Yes, do watch the old role plays.
And yes, they are still on the channel. As much as she neglects them, she did not delete them.
Well, yeah, no, of course not. I think the only one that she might have deleted might have been Minecraft Kindergarten because of the
no, I think that's still up there.
Oh, okay, never mind then. All right. I mean, for crying out loud, even
I think the only stuff she purged. I think the only stuff she purged was some of the old Let's Plays that she swore in.
Yeah, that's oh yeah, good point. So yeah, stuff like I mean, you can even see Sassy Lawyer Chronicles if you want.
Also, the thing.
I'm sure those are on there. Also, I guess like the entire like Honey Pop Let's Play as well is completely gone.
Called Promises Are Forever.
But there's also this thing called Promises Are Meant to Be Broken.
There's also this thing
who
called
says
the
that?
food is getting cold.
I mean, I prefer Aaron's phrase here.
You heard the man. We gotta get started. Let's go.
I think Zane
Get your hands off
misplaced
me!
the rules are meant to be broken thing.
Potentially, but I think the promises thing does work there too.
Never.
Try to grab my mask or anything. No, you don't want to do.
I said before. Oh wow, what a great time to pause! Actually, I said before, but I miss when the voice actors could just in like the Zania days of MyStreet would be allowed like free reign to like ad lib when they're fighting each other, basically, and just whatever they come up with as sort of matches their characters or going back and forth. The best ones definitely are Andy and Sebastian together because obviously, but Andy and Keston work almost as well.
This pausing there reminded me of MCD.
I can see why.
Now that we're all together, let's get started.
Oh, those eyes! My goodness.
Have you all created your characters?
Yep.
I have.
Never.
Describe your characters.
Oh no, we've got that. I guess we've got to spend an entire 5 hours going through creating Zane's character.
To me.
Anyway, her old Pokemon stuff. But yeah, Iron and Coal. I don't think she ever swore in those ones, from what I remember. So that's probably why. She probably did a search YouTube transcript for a bunch of different words and was like, yeah, just get rid of these.
Even then, I think some of it missed through the cracks, but there are some that she's a lot more explicit in. That.
Yeah, I think there's like one Mario Kart video where like she like actually like says the F word, and that's one that people seem to know about that she just doesn't. We refuse to acknowledge that still exists.
My character is.
I don't think her viewers are consistently old enough anymore.
That's also a thing. But then again, if that were an issue, then she wouldn't have bothered with the other ones.
Basic.
Apart from maybe Honey Pop, that one I can see why it's gone.
Your robe is basic.
Hey, don't diss the road.
Continue.
He's a warrior from a town I made up called Sandoria.
Nice, nice.
Hold on, you can make up towns as D&D captain. I don't think that's how that works.
No, you can. So, well, okay. Yeah, admittedly, it depends on the table. But a lot of DMs will allow you to make that sort of stuff just with the pretense that it'll probably come back in later.
Okay.
Nice. aphmau.
My character's a white mage. She's an elf from a town called Norg.
Interesting. Oh, baby brother.
Also, yeah, white mage
No.
as well, not a D&D thing. I do think this is
Homebrew.
homebrewed.
Right.
Oh, come on. Put some thought into it.
Fine. aphmau, make my character.
One of my
Why
favorite
is Zane
deliveries.
here if he's just gonna be like this? Okay,
Because
look,
he
man.
promised
Whenever I
Gareth.
watched
Promises.
this,
Promises are forever.
look, man. Whenever I watched this for the first time, I didn't find so much of an issue. It's been a bit, and I've played this stuff now. I gotta say, why did they keep him around? This isn't the type of person you want in your table.
No, you definitely want someone who's gonna be playing The Sims in the background while you're making the characters.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. But for the record, with people, yes, I too have also played one time since this has happened, and that was one time. That one time was enough for me to notice a few things that I didn't upon my first review of this video. But that line read of the "we" is still one of the best moments.
That's not what I meant.
Wow, she didn't hesitate anything at all. aphmau has clearly played this before. Wait, no, hold on. No, she hasn't. We said this, but that she was being taught to play the game. So she just was able to make her character this quickly with all the stats and everything.
Well, to be fair, maybe she just had really studied the rulebook and stuff and just knew everything off the top of her head.
Does that sound like aphmau to you? She can't even study the rulebook of her own universe half the time. And yeah, Super Minecraft as well. She wasn't exactly PG in that. Oh, okay. I've just finished watching that too, so I better do that before it's gone, I guess.
A human emo knight from the town of Poopsville? Oh, come on, that's...
Nope, it's now official.
That's such
Yep.
a me thing to do.
It
Okay.
is, yeah.
I've done this a couple times in Rip in the Dark where I'm like, no, alright, this is so harmless, but I know what you guys intended, and now I'm not gonna let you guys back out of it.
Of course, yeah.
Ha ha.
Also, she made him a human as well. There's 2 humans in this party. For a D&D campaign, that seems relatively boring.
Ah, very
That was the same
funny.
complaint the movie had, yeah.
Whatever.
Ah,
Right, now, you 3 are the Warriors of Light.
That's a stupid name.
You've been traveling for days. Your
To be fair,
funds
that's
and
not so much a
food
name
are
as it is more of a descriptor.
running low. Luckily, you stumble upon a town deep in the forest. At the entrance, you can see.
I love the
streets are
visual
bustling.
quality, the graphic.
how is, but first of all, I mean, I love seeing, like, the classic, Catface Studios.
No,
major
I just
panning
mean
shots.
because Restrom's making it super grainy, so we're just zooming past and it's just getting grainier until they stop here.
I see. However, my question now is, how on earth is this the entrance? Like, like, behind them is fences. This is not the town entrance.
Busy people, but you're looking for
Look,
the
see?
tavern.
Okay, maybe it's like the
I saw a
port.
boat back
Guess
there,
that
though.
counts. Yeah,
That could
Although-
have been a dock.
I suppose. Yeah, the implication of them traveling for days is not they're traveling by boats, but maybe they were.
And what?
Make your way to the tavern.
How do
That's
we
fair.
do
I
that?
mean, it took Odysseus 10 years and he was by boat.
This is true.
Decide your fate now. I'm just here to guide you.
Okay, then I want a pony.
Roll for it. In the distance, you hear the galloping of a noble steed.
The implication of that being that there's just a random horse in the town. Okay.
Hey man,
So-
again, it depends on the DM style.
The
I've
DM
seen that happen in the past. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, some DMs take things a little more seriously. Others allow things like that to happen. So,
Yeah, I think when we play, we got one of the serious ones.
yeah, like
Although
I remember whenever I was talking about like Dimension 20 last time, the host of that show, right, Brennan Lee Mulligan. In a
Yeah.
lot of his shows, he just kind of allows things to happen if like the players themselves just say it. Like a lot of times they'll throw out like a gag or a joke, and Brennan's like, okay, so in this, and then inserts it into the canon.
Of course, yeah. I've seen a few of Brendan snippets from of that specifically. I've seen him in other stuff too, but I get what you mean. I feel like I actually, about a year after this video came out, one of my friends from drama school told me that I actually would be like really good as a DM. Obviously, if I knew the rules and stuff like that. That's but that's what she meant. But yeah, I feel like if I did go through with that, I probably would do exactly what Garth is doing right now.
What you're saying is we can do anything?
Yeah?
Well, I don't know about that, but
Hey, it's okay. Just let him find out.
yeah.
It's
Also-
I said this to the Rip and Dark team too, and they're like, "Oh wow, so you can just do anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's gonna be consequences, but like, yes."
Also, I enjoy a lot the flying out of the camera flying out of the window, and now we're gonna land in Kwai-chan's perspective. Oh, okay, we didn't get quite that far, but close enough. Reminds me a lot of Prisoner of Azkaban, actually. Alfonso Cuarón does that with the camera quite a few times.
Games. I see Gareth. Does that mean Zane is there?
I also heard Gareth clearly say "Let's play D&D" at the top of his lungs through the phone, which definitely would have been picked up by my Mifwa ears, but I'm gonna pretend like that's not a thing for the sake of this scene.
I said
Well, no,
the
I think she even
town on-
said D&D whenever he screamed it earlier. I think she even said the name. She knows what this is.
My word. Okay.
Nope, you gotta roll for that to happen.
What?
Roll to see if you set the town on fire.
You serious? I can actually do that?
This is how you play. If you roll once, something bad will happen.
Is it Zane's turn again? Because aphmau and Aaron didn't get an action last time.
Roll 20
Well,
and it's successful.
it works like that in combat. If they are in combat, they can just kind of do whatever at the moment.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Anything
it
in
works on a
between is up to me.
turn-based system
So go
combat
on.
for D&D, but
I
nothing
see.
else.
Right.
Roll.
Oh, I get it. That's why they call it a role-playing game. Get it? Because you roll and then play.
Best joke coming up right now.
After this, can I roll to kill the white mage?
Eee.
Roll my dice.
You said the town.
I'm pretty sure I've quoted that several times over the years.
If I ever did a more lax, like non-Butterverse related just campaign, right, and I just ran just for funsies,
Yeah.
if that were asked of me, I would absolutely allow it. There's like no stipulations.
Yeah, I feel like honestly that you should do one of those at some point, non-Butterverse campaigns.
Yes.
I mean, again, I've thought about doing like a FNAF campaign at one point, but
Ah, okay. See if you can put Claire in there.
I didn't realize I could have this kind of power.
And here we go.
Did you just burn this town down?
I roll to save all the dogs of the town. Oh,
Forget the humans? What?
Well, aren't you popular?
so that feels like a me thing. I'm gonna be honest. It's like, hey, are there any animals here?
Yeah, if you did that with me, I would then just go and describe in detail the anguish that the humans were experiencing, all the innocent people that you just for some reason just abandoned and wrenched their pets from.
Hey man, someone else can save the humans. All right, the dogs, they need rescuing.
Okay. Anyway, best joke.
I roll to kill the white mage.
Yay!
good
You know that right there, that's getting my Levi drink. It's early in the video, but I don't care. And yes, amazing scream. One of my guys' opinions, on the outfits for the D&D characters. Just what we saw. I personally love, especially aphmau's outfit. I mean, you know, that when it comes to commenting on Minecraft skins, I wish that the person who actually told me specifically to notify him when I started this stream was actually here right now, but he's not, so I don't know. But oh well. I mean, it's not like too much of a deviation from. It's kind of like a fusion between what they sort of looked like in Diaries and the color schemes from MyStreet. So on that level, it's a clever combination. Not much else for me to really say one way or the other.
Well, there is also the nice contrast between Aaron and aphmau's suit, which is that the outfits are similar, but because one's dark and white.
Yeah,
which
they're not supposed.
Which you would think is like a normal thing to think of, but like you know, it's details that matter. I mean,
Of course, yeah.
So that's how this game works? We can literally do anything?
Yeah!
well,
Well,
you
Yeah,
can try.
this might not be so bad after all.
I want to go to the next town.
The fact
I'll
that
say-
2 towns had to be built for this, just for the joke of Zane setting it on fire.
I would say, yeah, as a DM, I would probably make them journey from one town to the other at this point. I can understand that
course.
entire first towns thing where I'm just gonna let them do things without a ton of drama. But by the time we're moving towns, it's like, okay, here's where we need to kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Halt! That's Zane,
Oh wow, there's actual entrance to the town this time.
the fire starter!
What?
Get him!
Wait! What's going on?
Well, you lit the other town on fire, so there's repercussions.
How did word spread to this town so quickly that they already know that the other town was set on fire?
Okay.
Specifically by Zane.
If this were that's fair. Maybe Zane would have not made into the details, but if it is the next town, it is implied it would be fairly close. I can absolutely believe off screen, because like this happens all the time in movies. It's just that you don't see it happen in a D&D game, right? But like all the time in movies, you know, it's like, oh my god, my home's under destruction. Here, I gotta go with my pigeon and send my last remarks, and then it's like, and 5 weeks later, and now you get with the normal people in like the nice lush forest. It's like, oh wow, look at this happening in the other town. We should go save the day.
That implies that 5 weeks have passed since they were in the last town. That's not
No,
close at all.
again, that was a random number I threw out. Again, this is the next town over. It could have moved faster.
I mean, if it is the next town over, they could have possibly seen the tufts of smoke from the other one. But that would also negate what you said about them having to journey that often.
You'll
that far.
take me alive!
Stupid dice roll, letting them take me alive.
Yeah, that's funny, but also quite obvious. And yeah, the town, I do see what you mean about the town where you met Amber, and that was her name. By the way, my headphones are low on battery, so if I have to like take them off at some point or just, I don't know, suspend them closely, I don't know. I don't never really happened during a stream before, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Excuse me, sir. We'd like to get our friend out of prison.
Not in the slightest, my lady.
I rolled a flirt with him. Hey, hot
And
stuff.
here we go.
If you let my friend out,
Here's
I
the
can make
tropes.
It fails.
banana pudding.
I'm allergic to bananas.
Seriously?
Love that. Also, what number did she roll?
Would you like a pile of puppies in exchange for my friend's escape?
That's fair. They should have totally had like a dice like on one of these corners or something, or maybe like just showing it whenever they roll it to show what they get.
Yeah.
Seems like you're not as charming in this game.
All right, enough. We're gonna do this the right
Implying she can flirt in real life? Not at all.
way. You enter a town.
He's gonna be
take a
biased.
Actually, no, he's not. He knows how bad she is. He knows
But
how
he
bad
still
she is
hooked
at
up
first.
with her.
Well, yeah, because obviously it didn't matter. But I mean, oh, I guess everyone's loving that now in real life. So yeah,
Everyone's
Even
watching
then,
you
technically,
smile.
he didn't say she's not as good at flirting. She just said charming.
yeah.
Most of these people are bandits. They know of your good deeds and don't like that you're in their territory.
What good deeds? All they've done so far is set a town on fire and break a guy out of prison. What good deeds are you
Yeah.
talking about exactly?
You know, backstory somewhere. Who knows?
Okay, except for in a second, he says that they don't know each other. Oh, well, that's the next episode.
Don't think that they like us in their territory.
We have to ignore them, Sir Aaron.
A woman comes in a panic.
Also, their name is Aaron's character's name is Aaron. Wow, he really was basic. I agree.
Oh, please! I need someone to help save my baby!
Wait, why does the woman look like you?
Because I'm technically every NPC in the game.
Did Gareth hire holograms because we shouldn't be able to see this? It's just Gareth doing the voice of the character, which also should have happened for the other ones. Now I think about it.
Just let me have this self-insert, okay?
Please, anyone, I'm begging! Help save my baby! He was taken by a demon into the forest!
No one in the tavern even bats an eye. But aphmau is making direct eye contact with this poor lady.
No one in the tavern bats an eye, except aphmau, who bats an eye.
So she decides to come over to your table.
Please, help save my
Well, I mean, as the
baby!
DM, it's kind of implied that you're talking about the NPCs.
I know, it was a joke.
Bless you! Bless you!
That's the kind of days I would try to befriend the guards. If I ever play D&D, I don't think I have the strength to be mean. You don't have to be mean. You can do anything. You don't. Not every D&D
Yeah.
player is Zane. In fact, the one time that I played D&D, I was the one who was trying to be nice to everyone.
To be fair, none of us were particularly cruel in that. Well, except for that boss fight. Admittedly, we kind of mauled him, in the most literal of senses.
Yes,
At the tail end.
Indeed. Although I might say, no one seemed to really take a shining to Nathaniel before that fight sequence took place.
Wait, I didn't agree to this. Apparently, I have no choice.
Did Gareth roll the dice to force him? Like, what happened there?
She may lead us to a profitable quest.
Well, I guess I'm in.
Perfect! Now come with me. This may lead you down a path of ultimate death and destruction, but I have absolute faith in you all.
I have faith in complete strangers I met at a bar. I can see why she lost her baby. She's not very smart.
This isn't good.
He's in there.
I guess I'll go first.
That's so
Come on.
ominous. Just standing there in front of the forest, turn around. He's in there.
Yeah, I lost my baby in this deadly forest. What were you doing there with your baby? Also, I would say this looks like the actual forest from Diaries, but I'm pretty sure they actually call it that in a later episode. Does that baby look like Ivan?
I found him! Aww, adorable! Why do I have a sudden need to adopt you?
If you know, you know.
Watch out!
I wonder how Andy was able to keep a straight face within that voice. The question is, I wonder if he was able to keep a straight face.
Yeah, this could have been like the 100th take.
Oh, I don't know about 100th, but certainly one of the certainly a long list.
The baby!
I guess Aaron didn't have to roll to see if he defend. Okay, whatever.
Hey!
Or he did, and
I
they
knew
just
Bri-
thought to get rid of the sound effect for the sake of the drama.
Potentially, or like actually increase the pace. Yeah.
Being of us into the game would help. And you guys made fun of me for it.
Aaron! What? Where are the chips? We're kind of in the middle of a fight here.
I'm hungry.
This is
How
such a
about you come
good
help us
joke.
Yeah.
This is such a
I'll
good
tell you.
meta joke. Because him screaming during this should normally invoke panic, but because of the context of him screaming.
Yep. And the kitchen's far away enough to give him a give us excuse as well.
Fine.
Oh, you got MC flashbacks of Aaron saving aphmau, but not of aphmau adopting every baby she saw.
You succeed in getting the baby out.
Yay! Oh, thank you for getting my baby. I'm so grateful. I could just...
We've gone from Alfonso Cuarón cinematography to Sam Raimi cinematography. Aphmau's really pulling out all of the Hollywood inspiration today.
The tentacle grabs the mother's leg and rips the baby from your arms, pulling both of them deeper into the forest. Do you go after them?
Yes. Onward, men.
Dude, I fully expected her to turn to both of them, look at the camera, go, "No, we're going back to the town."
That's it. If Garth
I
and Zane,
roll
that's
to
what would
call-
happen.
Oh, my noble steed.
The implication of this joke is that for some reason, Zane, like, and Kawaii-chan's relationship was like, one of them supposed to like ride the other or something. Like what? Which, by the way, bad idea. Piggyback rides are dangerous. Don't I know it?
Huh?
Especially at Zane's
You roll,
height.
but your steed does not come. However, you can hear it off in the distance.
What?
We should go after it.
Right.
You run into a beautiful maiden who is distracting your horse.
Maybe it's her actual horse. That thing was just wild in a town for no reason.
I should destroy her.
Oh, come on, Zane. That's so predictable of you. Do something different for once. Something not you.
Why should I?
Because it's a fantasy adventure where you can literally do whatever you want.
A change of pace would be nice.
That is true. Stop being one note, Zane. You're better than this.
Fine.
You've had a whole 5 seasons of character arcs. Do something with that.
You know what? How about this? Madam?
What? Whoa.
And then throws
Eh.
her.
Zane kidnapped a woman. Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Milady, you are but a rose among the thorns that is this world.
The implication of saying but a rose is that you are nothing more than a rose, which implies that he values thorns more, which is true to Zane, but also kind of like a backhanded compliment at her.
This is one of my favorite moments of your accent.
Okay.
Because it just sounded like you said butter rose.
Oh, okay.
Flirting with her?
I think so.
So now I
You
can
are-
only picture Zane picking up this lady and go, "Oh, my sweet butter rose."
Well, if I didn't hear enough cursed pet names from Aiden today. We were scripting Fallen Angels, by the way. I should add that context.
Absolutely beautiful.
Who is he talking to?
I would be honored to have a kiss.
So Kawaii-chan can hear Zane through the phone on the table, even though he dropped it on the floor, but she couldn't hear Garth screaming, "Let's play D&D," or just forgot about it.
Again, yes, she did. She said D&D.
Or
she
just,
did
again, just
hear
forgot
him.
about it. That just makes everything just even worse. Why is it that in everything MyStreet ever, no one's hearing is ever consistent?
What?
I wouldn't surprise me to learn that aphmau is secretly deaf in real life, and we just never knew.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's out of the norm.
May I?
Zane's with another woman? At aphmau and Aaron's house? How could they do that? Ugh! I'm gonna get to the bottom of this!
Don't worry,
Okay.
it's just Mystic Messenger. It's okay.
Why didn't it occur to her to at least ask what D&D was?
Or look it up or anything. If she didn't know, obviously. Most people do at that age, but I don't know. Well, that was an interesting first one. It certainly was a night to remember, particularly if your name is Kawaii-chan.
That feels like one of those stories that Zane and Kawaii-chan would tell their kids, like, I remember that one time I thought your father cheated on me.
I remember that one time that Celestia called my noble steed, which is my wife for some reason. I don't... Anyway.
Of course, that would assume that they survive longer than that.
Than the supposed apocalypse, yes. Depending on the outcome of that apocalypse, we'll see how that joke will go. Understood.
Or will we?
Well, we'll see if it works or doesn't. If it doesn't, it's because they're all dead. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Okay. Right. Okay, so having seen this now after playing D&D at least once, some of the things in here do strike me as more odd than before. However, even back then, I was still confused by a lot of the stuff that was that was going on. This episode combines a lot as reminds me of the days when MyStreet episodes would combine utter confusion as to why things are happening and just not caring because those things are hilarious and they seem accurate anyway. So it kind of tiptoes between those different things, which in a way makes it my ideal mixture of a MyStreet episode. We've had enough of the drama and destruction or whatever. It's like aphmau said, a change of pace is indeed nice, and that is what we received. So
Yeah.
I guess on to part 2. I will do a fake outro now, ignoring the fact that my headphones are going to run out of battery sometime. I'll do a fake outro for the time being, and then we will go on to the next episode. So with that being said, if you're watching this on YouTube, hope you enjoyed. And we shall, of course, see you here, same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Credit ons already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.